against Easy to Block, he looked like a problem out there.
Yo, we going live. We going live, baby. We going live right now. We going live right now. We talking too much. We not giving them nothing, man. We just talking amongst ourselves. They need to hear this. They need to hear this.
Oh, I thought we was live already. I see the record. It says it's recorded.
No, I'm recording for Patreon. And by the way, everybody watching this right now, we are recording and we've been talking and we got a lot to say. So if you missed anything, you can find it on Patreon. Patreon.com/teamboxcutter, CUTTA. You know what it is. Listen, people, we're talking about NOME 11. It's way too many cards to talk about tonight, all night. We'd be here all night if we did, but there's a few. The few that we already got up on Patreon, they are, let's talk about it. They are Mike P versus Lou Castro. And I can talk about that since D-Boy may not have wanted, since he thought it was beneath him.
That flew right up under my
radar.
Yeah,
since you thought it was beneath you, I have a real question. One of my main questions was gonna be, who had the biggest come up, and he was going to be part of the contenders for that because this dude Mike P showed. I don't even know who he is. He came up and he showed me that he had the skills. T-Rex versus Easy the Block Captain. That's what we was just talking about. Av versus Jay the Nightwing. We're going to talk about that. And, of course, Geechee versus Rum Nitty. We're going to talk about that. Let's go ahead and open up the barn door and start with something different, though, man. Let's just get this out the way. Let's get the epic fail out of the way, people. Danny Myers.
Oh, man.
Real Sick came with the heat.
I'll let you set the door.
I'll talk about it then. Real Sick.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
People, Real Sick came with that heat. Verse 1, Real Sick came with the heat. And you just knew, like, yo, in order for Danny Myers to win this one, even to win this first round, he's going to have to come with something so outstanding, right? I don't even know. He's going to have to come with something so outstanding. And then he started. And it sounded like from the get-go, he had rebuttals. He started going in. He had the flow. He was breaking them down piece by piece in round one. And you was like, oh, he might actually, wait a minute. I didn't know he could do this. Oh. And then you stop. All you heard from Myers was, and my heart sank. I was like, I thought I was gonna see one of the most amazing battles of the night. That turned out to be a flop.
Right. He did that all 3 rounds.
Wait a minute. I'm not done yet. I'm just telling you about the first. I'm not done yet. I'm telling the story. Hold up.
Oh, I messed up your story.
They're telling the story. Now, we was like, dang. So obviously, you can't win a battle. Even if he wins the next 2 rounds, it's tough to watch someone just forget, right? What's up, Ozzy? What's up, beautiful? So we get to round 2, and you know Danny's my boy, so I'm hoping for hope's sake that he's gonna come back and prove that he had something. Real Sick comes back again.
Come on, you dragging it, man.
Be quiet. This dude
get to the point where he chokes.
Nah, man. Be quiet.
Get to the point where he chokes.
Real Sick comes back.
All night,
Sick comes back again. Kills it. Just destroys it. Throws it down. You can tell he came to prove that he belongs on that stage. Danny Myers comes up. He starts again. He's jabbing. He's punching. Hits an uppercut. You're like, whoa, okay, he's back. Forget that first round. I know. I want to hear this. 10 bars in. Oh, I forgot.
Again?
Again. Round 2. It got to the point where his opponent said, oh, man, Come on, man. You got
Did
it.
you do one of these?
I did just like this, man. I did just like
Did
this.
you do one of
I
these?
did just like this. Yo, I said, no, Myers. Listen, when your opponent is patting you on the back saying, you can do it, you can do it. Because he wanted to battle somebody who was worthy. He wanted to show, Real Sick wanted to show that he belonged there. And he said, I don't want to win it like this, is what he said. Literally, that was his words. Third round comes. He's like, listen, man, you already know you lost. You just gave up. I don't have it. He didn't start over. He didn't come off the top. He didn't try to do something different. He said, I'm tired. Danny Myers' exact words was, man, I'm just too tired, man. I'm too tired. Yeah, you're too tired because you did 24 battles in the past year, but didn't prepare for the only one that mattered.
The one that mattered.
Your first time on NOME. And Real Sick told him that. Real Sick was like, yo, I just started and I'm on NOME and this is your first time. You've been here 40 years. So who's the rookie?
Big facts.
The worst part was D-Boy Slim, Beautiful Efraj, Aussie. The worst part was in round 3. Once again, Real Sick smashes it. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Danny Myers, the mic went to him, and he said, nah, I'm done. He said, nah, I'm done. Smack went to him like, yo, bro, you don't want to give him a little something? Give him a little, you don't have nothing? Nah, I got nothing, man. All I'm going to do is stumble over my words. Real Sick looked at him, patted him on the back, said, brother, give me something. I know you got something in there. Let him hear something. He said, no, I got nothing.
He just wanted to take his upfront money and go home.
He pulled cannabis. He pulled cannabis.
At least cannabis wanted to read out his rap book.
It's just as bad. Get that out of here.
Read out the rap book.
If he brought the rap book up there, it would have been just as bad. You're done, son.
He did.
You're done. It was over with. I've never seen a more disgraceful appearance. I've never seen a more disgraceful show.
He pulled the Joe Buttons. That's what Joe Buttons did. Just dropped the mic. Like, nah, that's it.
He said, I forgot about that.
He did the Joe Buttons.
Danny Myers. And let me show you what else. Everybody else was talking about Myers in their raps because they knew Myers was coming up. They was like, yo, I love this stuff more than Danny Myers. Who was that? Mike P said that. Oh, no, Lou Castro said, I love this stuff more than... No, Luso. Luso said, I love this stuff more than Danny Myers. And then he looked at the crowd. He said, nah, nobody loved this stuff more than Danny Myers. And it's like everybody knew that Myers was supposed to be the one for the night. And he failed. An epic failure. He was a disgrace.
Like I say, man.
I couldn't believe it.
That's why Danny Myers is Danny Myers. It's like, I could remember hoping and thinking like, yo, I know Kwame Brown is going to get better. And I know,
Come on.
You know that he's going to develop a jump shot at some point.
Come on, man.
You just know it. And
he did a
no matter what team he goes to, it's the same old Kwame Brown. Like, it's the same thing. Like, you know what?
People.
That's why he's just Danny Myers. That's what I was saying. Like, that's why when you mention top 10, for somebody that's been in the culture and been in this genre of hip hop for so long, and then you don't mention his name amongst those of his class, the Hitman Hollers, the Goods, the Arsenals, the Lux, you know what I mean? Even the Daylights, even the tier below the top tier, the K-Shines, the Av, the Geechee Gottis, like, you do not mention the Danny Myers until you get way down there. And that's the whole thing right there.
Danny Myers beat K-Shine, man, in 2018.
Man, cut it out, man. Only you believe it.
No, a lot of people did. Listen, the votes came in. Listen, occult music. What's up, occult music? We see you, bro. Occult Music said
You
Danny.
one of those people that believe Cassidy be goods.
Nah, nobody said that. Stop that. But you know what though?
You one of those people that believe Cassidy be goods.
I'll tell you what, Cassidy held his own against Goods.
You see what I'm saying?
It was against Arsenal that it was a failure. It was against Arsenal that it was a failure.
You believe that there's flying saucers outside?
Nah, listen, man. But it is the government. Listen, so check it out. I don't know if y'all see this, man. So you see this gray hair in my beard? Danny gave me that, man. Danny gave me this gray hair right here, fam.
On another note,
I was hoping for him to do something. Danny Myers was in his head. It says Occult Music.
On another note, let me catch you off guard real quick.
Yeah.
Quick prediction, RBE, and shouts to Smack too, because he put together a decent card on that NOME.
Man, that whole NOME was beautiful.
Whether Danny Myers choked or not, he put together a dope card. But on the RBE tip, there's a Calico and Hitman battle going down. Let me get a quick prediction real quick.
Hitman.
Woo, I like that. I
Hitman.
like that. I got Hitman too.
Hitman. Calico has been exposed too many times. And this is why, and we're going to end the whole Danny Myers thing with this, just like this. When Calico got exposed the way he did years ago by our friend, you know who, I can't even think, it's too late. But he's been exposed ever since then, over and over again. His dad is exposed. His mom is exposed. Like,
I mean, nah.
Wait a minute. So what happens is he not only has been exposed by the greatest, but in every battle I've seen him in since then, he's lost a step. And when we're talking about Hitman, every time I've seen him, he's gained a step. I don't see where Calico's gonna come up with something so unique and different that we haven't heard from him that's gonna be able to beat a Hitman right now. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. In the past 2 years, I haven't seen it. 3 years, I haven't seen it.
I think it's gonna be a good battle, a dope battle. As a matter of fact, early on in their careers,
Thank you, Cameron Heideloff.
If you look it up, Calico in the one rounder beat Hitman. I won't go so far as to say, ever since the Lux battle, I never seen a good battle out of Calico.
No, I didn't say that. I won't say that.
I wouldn't disrespect homie like that. What you're talking about when you talk about the Lux battle is the most epic battle. And really, I think by the numbers. If you look at the numbers,
nothing. That's the most watched battle ever.
That was kind of the introduction of URL right there, that Lux and Calico battle. And still to this day, Lux is not the best battle rapper
anymore
to me of all time, but that was the best battle performance that I've ever seen. Yeah. That battle right there, where he put on a suit and told a man that your incarcerated father, who moved work for the BMF crew, was a lost soul. That was the most epic. So I say that to say, like, nobody else could lay that down like Lux did. Like, nobody else would be. You can't come with that. You can't even come with that strategy.
So again. Wait a minute. So, I'm not saying that he's never shown himself approved since then. What I am saying is that I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything from him that shows that he's on an upward trajectory. I've seen him win a few or lose a few. I haven't seen anything from him that's on the upward trajectory. But I have seen in the past 3 hollow joints him continuing to get better and better and be in that. So in order for Calico to get where Hollow is right now, I mean for where Hitman is right now, it's gonna be real hard. Like that's to me, I'm not saying he's gonna just 3-0 body, and we're still talking about a professional battle rapper here, but
to me
I see a 2-1.
to me, I see them at about the same skill level. I like Hitman's performances.
Yes.
I like Hitman performance a little better than Calico. But as far as like lyrical skill, they're right about the same skill level. It's just that I think Hitman caught more notoriety. First of all, Hitman's been in some epic battles, but he caught more notoriety and he was on the winning. That's a difference too. He was on the winning end of his epic battle, whereas Calico in his epic battle.
That's what I'm saying. One person's going like this, and the other person's going like this. I don't see that happening.
I think Hitman caught more notoriety in being on the Wild 'N Out show with Nick Cannon and Charlie Clips. Like he's caught more notoriety. But with that being said, Calico has W's and good solid W's inside of the culture. Mm-hmm. But I'm actually picking Hitman, to be honest with you. It's kind of a grudge match. They calling it, who's the best of the Midwest right now. Like I'm picking Hitman, but I'm not gonna throw Calico under the bus and just say that's an easy W.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying I'd pick Hitman because everything I've seen so far shows that where Hitman is going is not where Calico's going. Cameron Heideloff, listen, if you guys are here for the Cameron videos, there's another one coming up in just about 2 days. It might be tomorrow, and it's going to be crazy. Please stay tuned. This one is going to be crazy. I got videos sent in from the viewers, you guys, and I'm going in on them. You know how we do. But, of course, this is Late Night Hip Hop Live. We just started with a bang because NOME 11, we're late. We're late in giving you the review, and it was so dope. I feel bad. So we just started with a bang. No music, no nothing. We're going to talk about King Los.
Get back to that Rex.
Wait.
That Rex and,
wait a minute.
Rex and,
we're going to talk about King Los on RBE 2 on the 10th.
Easy to Block. Yeah, that's coming up. That's already locked in, right?
That's locked in. King Los versus who? We're going to check it out. Huh?
Who is Los battling?
I'm going to find out in 1 second. So
You so hyped to see Los.
That's all I'm saying.
Los, and you forgot who he's battling.
That's all I'm saying. So okay. In the meantime, while I check that out, T-Rex versus Easy the Block Captain.
That might have been, to be honest, that might have been the battle. The battles I've seen, that might have been the battle of the night. That might have been the battle of the night.
Beautiful Efraj, Aussie and NZ. In New Zealand, Aussie in New Zealand, I love that. If any of you guys have seen these battles, I know Beautiful Efraj saw the battles. Please answer these questions right here in the comment section. What was the battle of the night? Out of all the ones that we've already put out there on Patreon, we got all of them coming. I got them all, but we got to put them up slowly or piece by piece. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a long time to upload those long battles. Was this the battle of the night? Where did Easy the Black Captain come from? Who is this guy? He came...
If you didn't know who he was...
You know who he is now.
I think what you just seen was one of those old... And that, I think, is the whole purpose of why Smack does stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I think in that battle... it epitomized what the purpose of that platform was to be, where you see the new kid that's up and coming, hungry, and solid with his skills, sturdy with his skills, where you see the older guard, the old dude in Rex, which Rex used to be that young, up and coming, hungry young kid off the streets of Harlem. You see him in the older, and like you were saying in the last battle, their careers are going in two different trajectories. So
King Los versus Daylight. How could I forget?
Right.
That's going to be ugly. We'll talk about that another time.
Rex, everybody was expecting to maybe hopefully resurrect a once legendary career or whatever. Rex used to be regarded as one of the top tiers in the whole battle rap. If you ask some people, he's a god in the culture or whatever the case, but let's just be honest. In the last 2-3 years, it hasn't been a good Rex. We seen him catch L's, the K-Shine, the Reed Dollars, the list goes. I think Tay Rock might have got Rex. So the list just goes on, and everybody was hoping and praying, to see that Rex one more time of yesterday. And
I think
it just showed you that the culture and the young dudes, man, they catch up with you and they biting, man. They biting, they sharks out there, man.
That energy.
The young dude stood right in Rex's face. I never seen nobody really do Rex because he was aggressive with it.
No, he was in his face.
Right in Rex's face.
He was right in his face, like yo,
and didn't flinch.
Yo.
He wasn't intimidated or nothing. He didn't flinch. He gave Rex the business. I said, whoa. Now Rex came with his. He came with his.
So put it this way. I think it's a debatable. The first time I saw it, I thought it was easy the Black Captain because of his stage presence, how aggressive he was. Everything he did was right on, right? As far as just watching it the first time and the impact it gives you. I can imagine if he was in that crowd. And then I watched it the second time and I was like, Rex really did have the haymakers, the bangers. Like when he talked about the fact, like, did your girlfriend really do your boss? In round 2, when he started to come back, like, you got a lot of stuff to say about me, young man. Let's talk about your fiance or your girlfriend that's doing the boss of you, and you acting like it's okay or that you don't know. And it was like, it kind of felt icky after a while, like, geez. Yeah. And we know everything's available in battle rap, but it felt like those hit a little harder. It was the performance of the Black Clapton of Easy that would give him the upper hand. So it's a debatable. But
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
want to say one thing about, there was a line that Easy the Black Captain said, which to me embodied his whole performance. He said, you're not even here. I'm battling my pain and you're just the closure. And that's how he sounded the entire night. Like, I'm doing this for me. I'm here because I've lived a certain life that I need to get out of my chest. And you're going to be the person that has to take the brunt of it tonight. My fault, fam. Like,
bro.
It felt like that could embody his entire performance.
Yo, bro. What I'm trying to tell you, he and I'm saying this respectfully because I was the Dot Mob, T-Rex. My man Dub knows these dudes personally from uptown. Like, I was a big Rex fan. I was on it.
What's up, Mystic Exploration?
Respectfully, like, he got out rap. He just got out rap. That wasn't the only line that was very clever, witty. And like you said, he was saying it with the energy and aggression. See, the thing about where I know, like, who's getting who, if it's like a heavyweight boxing match, is the fact that, like you said, if somebody's coming with haymakers, there's one or two things that usually happens in battle rap. It throws off your opponent's energy, or your opponent is able to dance on his feet and improvise and come with those, like you said, those improvs, those rebuttals. You're able to dance, like Charlie Clips used to be nice with that once upon a time. Just coming with rebuttals that you know is right off the head, but it's rebuttaling what you had to say about him or whatever in his round.
Yeah.
And that's when you know somebody is quick on their toes. That's when you know that what the other guy said, it didn't affect him that much, or he still has the same energy and he's going to be clever, get back into his verse, but come with a rebuttal to your line. What happened in that was my man came with rebuttals. Not only did he come with rebuttals, but he stayed sturdy in what his game plan was. And like you said, those lines are proof of him. The guy said a line one time. He said, "Yo, you used to end your verses with easy. Ironic now I'm right." What he said? Ironic now it's right in front of you. Ironic now, Easy right in. We said ironic now, Easy's right in front of you.
You used to end your verses with Easy. Ironic now, the Easy's right in front of you.
Because Rex and Mook used to long for saying Easy. After every verse, him and Mook always used to be like Easy, Easy. He said, yo, you used to end your verses with Easy. Ironic now, I'm right in front of you. I say, yo, man, yo, this kid is clever, man. This kid is clever. He says something like, yo, you said it was Tay-Rock. You said it was K-Shine fault. You said it was Mook. No, it's you. And he said, no, it's you, man. You the problem. Like, nah, man, he got all up in Rex, man. He got busy with Rex, boy. He got busy with Rex. I say, yo,
man,
if that's how you got to do it. If you're gonna beat Mike Tyson, you got to knock him out, man. That's
you can't win on a decision. So as far as I heard, because Rex is the professional, T-Rex is the professional that he is, he upped his game every round. And to me, it negated the first round, because what your boy, the Block Captain, did, he slipped. He lost something. He forgot a word. And it took a couple seconds, and then it took 20 seconds to come back, and then he came back.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that,
he did that first round. So wait a minute. So he messed
bro.
it up the first round, and he was like, wait a minute, I got it. And he thought about it, he came back, and then he went back in hard. But he did something that I haven't seen anybody do who lost their words before. And this is a part of this performance, like him battling his own pain being pretty much what he did. This guy, when he came back after losing it, he looked at the crowd and made it seem like that was the best thing they'd ever seen. He's like, I told you I'd get it back. Watch this. And you was just like, wait a minute. You just forgot your words. So how you make you forgetting your words seem like something that was really good? I've never seen anybody with that type of energy.
The energy, that's what was noticeable. The energy was there. Like, the energy was just there for Son. And when you see that, you know it's like, yo, homie on his A game. He's ready for this moment. Like I said, a lot of times, like, fighters might be skillful, whatever, and you just not ready for the moment.
Yeah.
How many times we see in sports where, you know, this guy, he scored 30 points when it don't count. But when it's time for you to put on, you don't put on. Like, when you see a guy that's just ready for that moment and he's executing and landing his joints, man, it's nothing like it. And like I said, I was thoroughly impressed by Easy to Block.
I can't wait
I
to see more.
I was one of those fans that I didn't know about Easy to Block before then, but I damn sure know about him now.
Nah, I need to find out every time he's battled, because I will be watching. For people who don't know, I'll repeat it again. All of the battles that we're talking about tonight are on our Patreon page. People like beautiful Efraj, who is a Patreon member, she's seen them all. And we got more coming. This was one of those nights where there was like 10 battles, and we got 5 up now. Let's get to the main joint. Huh?
And you had Danny Myers winning. Okay.
No, see, there you go with the foolishness.
All right, I see what
Danny
happened,
Myers not only lost, he dropped the mic and didn't do a third verse because he knew he lost and forgot his words. I've never seen anybody do this besides Joe Budden, and he's not a battle rapper, and Cannabis, who asked if he could read his notebook. He said, yo, let me read from my notebook. Let me read. No, you can't read from your notebook. It's a battle rap. What's wrong with you, idiot? Come off the top.
Are you going to get mad at the crowd because we don't want to hear you flip through the pages of your rap book? Are you going to get mad at the crowd?
And then I said, come on, man. What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with you? Listen, come prepared. This is the deal, man. In my business, I come prepared. If I don't come prepared, I lose fans. Okay? You lost one, Danny. I was your man. There is nobody who's more of a Danny Myers fan than me. You lost one because you were ill prepared. I've never seen anybody with such a disgraceful showing in a battle. Anyway, listen. Easy to block captain.
Rum, man. Who
yeah, we're gonna get to Geechee and Rum. So wait a minute.
Rex winning.
I don't. It's still a debatable and going back and forth, man. I just have much respect for Easy the Block Captain. I have much respect.
I got Easy in that W. I call my man. Like I said, I know a dude that's he can make a phone call and get Rex on the phone, and he thought that Easy the Block won. Like he felt like Easy the Block won.
Well, that's what's up. I mean, that's why we can't really trust your friends.
When the dudes that know Rex say Easy won, it's like, yo, nah, it ain't just me. It's not just me. Like the dudes that grew up with Rex are saying that Easy won.
No, wait. Let me get my notebook, man. Hold on. Let me get my notebook, man. Let me read from my notebook. Beautiful Efrod said, battling with a notebook is like putting on training wheels.
Nah, come on, man. Y'all leave cannabis alone, man.
We're not leaving him alone. He failed. Man. He's a failure. Listen.
You gotta leave cannabis alone, man.
He's a failure. Get out of here.
Remember the second round knockout joint that he had with the diss track for LL Cool J, and we're gonna leave it at that.
LL won that. Get out of here. Listen. So
he definitely won the war. It's clear. It's obvious. It's obvious that he won the war.
I don't want to hear it. Okay, so let's get to it, guys. We got 5 battles on Patreon, and I think Mike P versus matter of fact, I don't even know who his versus because he beat him so handily. Mike P, for me, is the up and coming guy out of all of this. He gets the award for the up and coming. Mike P versus Lou Castro. I don't know Lou Castro like that, but I do know that what I saw from Mike P was a killer. Instinct. He smashed it. He was innovative. He was dead nice. Anybody who has anything else to say, please leave it in the comment section. But let's get to the real battle. Smack said, I'm putting up $100,000 for the 2 Bloods. I'm sorry, for the 2 Crips, to battle.
Watch your mouth over there, boy.
I'm not trying to get shot. I am not trying to get shot. I'm not trying to get shot.
Watch your mouth over there, boy.
Geechee Gotti
and C's B's.
Geechee Gotti versus Rum Nitty for $100,000. Listen,
that's like calling the GDs the B's.
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen. So, $100,000. Rum Nitty versus Geechee Gotti. And when we got there, not only was everybody waiting for this, Drake was there. Drake put up $50,000 of his own dollars.
Drake was in the building.
Drake was in the building. Drake put up $50,000 out of his pocket, a wad out of his pocket, gave it to Smack and said, look, add this to the winner's pot because I care about the culture this much. And none of them disappointed. Rum Nitty killed it. Geechee Gotti killed it. It was because of what was on the line, what was at stake, it made it feel even more important and even more exciting. D-Boy Slim, who won the battle?
I got Gotti 2-1. I like Nitty. He didn't back down. And he stuck to his guns. From what I could see, he's one of those traditional battle rappers. And I'm saying that in the sense of the gun bars, the typical stuff you hear with the battle rappers. But he was clever with it. He was witty with it. And he came with good energy. I think at this point, Gotti showed that he's a little more polished. He's a little more polished than Nitty, and his rhymes was a little more aggressive, and he's more lyrical. You know, he's more lyrical. So yeah, I had Gotti 2-1.
I too had Gotti 2-1. But the judges and the call-ins and the people who voted had Rum Nitty winning. They had Rum Nitty winning 2-1. Me personally, I thought Geechee Gotti had him 2-1, but I went back and watched it again, and that's what's so lovely when people are putting so much lyricism in there that you can go back and watch it again and again and hear something new and learn something new. I'm here to tell you that not only was Rum Nitty walking around Geechee the whole time, talking to the back of his head and the front of his head, and using the entire stage as a platform, which is something that if you're an entertainer, of which I am, you can see, that's the first thing you learn is how to use the stage. I changed my mind. I think Rum Nitty eked this one out 2-1, but it is a debatable, so I don't have a problem with whoever says Geechee won. It was that good. It was that good. I was impressed with Geechee because every time I see him, he gets better. Every time I don't know if I've ever seen somebody who every time I see him rap, it's better. I've seen him, be comfortable. I've seen him do new things, but it's better. Every time I see him, he gets better. And that's a compliment to his work ethic. That's a compliment to his writing. But I think Rum Nitty eked it out with stage performance as well as lyricism. In my second watching. And who knows, if I watch it a third time, I might change it again. Please leave your comments right down there, man. Leave your comments, all of you. Aussie, man, I wish I could read the Hebrew or Arabic or Hebrew. I think it's Hebrew. So I don't know how to pronounce that name. Mystic Exploration. Of course, beautiful Ephraim. Of course, Aussie in New Zealand. Of course, we got to say what's up to, where's he at? Way up here. Cameron Heideloff and Occult Music. We appreciate you guys for watching. Please, Shy. Thank you, Shy.
Geechee told him your boss not trying to help you, man. You told him you got a battle. He told you get back to work, man. Yo, man. Nah, man. Geechee got that, man. I'm not really sure what you seen, man.
Geechee did call him out quite a few times. It was yikes.
Geechee told him, yo, that's why your boss not trying to help you get nowhere, man. So you told him that you had a big battle. And all he told you was, that's nice, get back to work, man.
Listen, man, listen. Geechee did have a line that, if you will excuse, if you guys know what hip-hop is, you won't mind this line. He said, you won't make it out this bitch like a stillbirth. And I was like, you know what? We've gone too far. Like, you know what, man? Like, you don't just say stuff like that, man. You're not going to make it out this bitch like a stillbirth. I was like, yo, fam, you can't just say that. You can't just say stuff like that. It's kids watching. They can't just say stuff like that. Oh, man. But, yeah, it's hard to beat Nitty's stage presence, man. His constant walking around and his constant stalking and his this looked intimidating at all times. What do you think about Jada Nightwing? Who was that? Jada Nightwing versus Av. Was that on your radar?
Yeah.
I think Av won.
I didn't see the whole battle though, but from what I could see, man, that's I think I only seen one round. I was sitting here trying to see the reviews of the Nitty and Gotti joint. But yeah, I think I only seen one round of that ass. And what's the kid's name? Jay. What'd you say the kid's
Jay
name
the
was?
Nightwing. I never heard of this guy, but he has a cool voice. But he lost.
Yeah. From what
Yeah.
I can see it.
I mean,
You
he
know,
had some slick lines too, but he lost. Yeah,
that's that ass.
he lost. He lost. I don't know what else to say about that. You know, it was
That's that ass right there. I don't know.
Av pretty much destroyed him. He just took him to school, taught him a few things, and then kicked him out the door, and sent him home with his mommy. Like it's
It just went home. It sent them back home. Like,
like
not really ready.
there was no
See,
after.
some dudes you put on the card, and that's what Smack is trying to find out. Like, you're not really ready yet.
Yeah, you're not ready for this. You're not ready for this
yet. You thought you was ready, yeah. You thought you was ready.
Mike P is ready. I can tell you that much. Mike P is ready.
I remember thinking I was ready. Like, you're not really ready.
Real Sick is ready. I'll tell you that much. I need to see more Mike P. I need to see more Real Sick. And everyone else did a great job except for Danny Myers, who has now lost a fan, man. I'm not watching him again. I'm done.
Daylight's gonna be ready. I could tell you that.
Yeah, so everybody, this Saturday, of course I'm gonna tape it. What's wrong with you? You don't know that I'm gonna tape it? I have it. RBE, Daylight versus King Los. King Los is coming out of the studio.
You're talking to an avid Los fan. I can honestly say, bro, you've been one of those dudes. You was checking for Los with the music, like before the battle rap. Like you knew who Los was as a musician and as an artist.
Maybe 5 years ago.
You had me on Los.
Yeah, man.
You had me on Los when we used to make our mixtapes and all of that.
Yep. If you guys don't know who King Los is, man, get a grip, man. Type it in. King Los. King Los. But I'm sure many of you know who Daylight is if you're a battle rap fan. If you're watching this, that's gonna be a crazy battle. It's a grudge. It's a
better
grudge
get
battle.
in tune though, because Los is no joke with it. You better get in tune. As a matter of fact,
who wins?
Like I said, like I told you before we came on, Lux battle, of course, and probably through the eyes of most, is the most epic battle I've ever seen. That's the most epic battle performance I've ever seen put on. Los, however, I've never seen. I remember who did he 30? I think it was Head Ice.
Head Ice.
I think he 30'd Head Ice, and I never seen somebody. I think it was because he was kind of, I don't even want to say anti, but he was so much of a break of the norm of the typical battle rapper.
Intelligence. This is
intelligence. It was almost just like how Lux strategy was with Calico that time. It just was it was just not. It was anything but typical. Again, for lack of better words, it was anything but typical. He destroyed.
It was
clear that he destroyed him. Like it was no coming back. It was no coming, and because of the strategy he used, like you can't gun battle. You can't gun ball somebody like that.
No, listen,
because he makes you look silly. He makes you look silly. Like you can't gun. What are you going to do? Hit me with your gun? Like you can't gun ball nobody.
This is the deal. When you're speaking of intelligence, it doesn't mean smarts, right? Smarts is being able to recall and understand. Intelligence, I mean, being able to recall is smarts. Intelligence is being able to understand. This guy, you could tell every bar, every word, every rebuttal in the place where he was. He had an understanding of what was being said and what needed to be said to win. What needed to be said to win? Where he needed to go next. Half of it was freestyle, half of it was written. And whichever one needed to be done intelligently without having to talk about, oh, I shoot your moms and your kid in the back and I bust through your house. That stuff is not intelligent. That's recall. This guy knew what to say, when to say it, and that's how he raps. That's how his music has always been. It's very intelligent. It's very intelligent. He's from the hood, fine, but he's intelligent. And I love when I see that. I just love to see. I don't know why. For me, it's important because I think of myself as kind of an intelligent guy, and I think whenever I can actually see that on stage or on record, it speaks to me because you don't have to always be the most gangster. You don't have to always be the most thug. You can do the exact same things with a certain amount of intelligence and backbone, right?
And be cool.
And be cool. Just be cool.
See, the thing for me is when
strategy and understanding. Thank you.
When intelligence somehow becomes uncool, like it's uncool to be intelligent, when it should be the other way around. It should be cool to be intelligent. And it should be cool. And dudes like that, for me, it's like, okay, I like that because they don't lack the confidence that and it's confidence is what makes somebody cool.
You have confidence.
That's what people don't get. It's the confidence in what you're talking about and what makes you cool.
But you know where that comes from is just like us. I've been around the most gangster people on earth, as well as the most educated people on earth. And I don't change in between either one of them. I have a confidence when I'm walking, if I'm walking down Memorial or Central, as well as I do if I'm in Georgia State or Georgia Southern. Because I don't feel like I don't belong there. I know I belong there. I'm just happen to be intelligent. And if you want to learn something, holler at me. That's the type of confidence that he has that I just love to see, man. That's the type of confidence I love to see. But I can't wait to see that. Who else is going on the 10th, man? RBE.
Like I said, I think the Hitman and Calico joint is locked in.
Locked in.
They just, matter of fact, they just did their face-off earlier today.
Okay.
So
check that out. Please.
I'm sure, for sure that's locked in.
Please, people, are we going to... I don't like to listen, we got busy schedules, but if we can, Saturday night, I have somebody coming to the studio. We'll do our work, and if we can, we will do a review of the RBE joint. If not, either way, we're gonna have the battles up on Patreon. Don't miss it.
What's up, though, man? On a lighter note, man, you better start locking back in with the culture, man. You're missing all the verses. I've been asking you for months now. What's your best verses?
Like, I told you what the best verses was.
What's up with you, man?
Beanie
what's
Man.
Up with
Beanie Man versus Capleton.
Say that.
That's what it was. That's what it was, and we'll talk about that. Also, we got to get into the female battle rappers, the king, the queen, the king versus queens. The what's the other one where the queens versus queens? Well, but the king versus queens thing. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. What's going on with females in rap, period. I want to get into that. People, we're going to have intelligent conversations. It's not always about battle rap. This is Late Night Hip Hop Live, so it has everything to do with the culture, with hip hop. We got those things coming. We're going to say which is the best verses and why so far. Verses is basically, you guys know what that is, right? Verses, what was another verses that's been out that people would know about?
Nah, everybody knows.
Jeezy versus Gucci.
The big thing with the verses was Timbaland, which was started by Timbaland and Swiss.
Timbaland and Swiss, right.
And it was something that started because during the pandemic, nobody in hip-hop was able to do shows and go on tour. So there was something for the culture that we could have to where, you're actually celebrating these artists' catalogs. And it's just time, taking time time out to smell the roses and give
Homage.
appreciation and celebration to these guys' catalog, which actually it's been it's epic. I'm kind of mad me and you didn't come up with the idea. Shouts to Swiss and Timberland. Shouts to Swiss and Timberland for that, because it seemed like a concept that me and you would come up with. The verses, me and you used to do verses as far as like on our hip hop show on our platform, but that obviously we didn't have the pull to actually get DMX and Snoop Dogg in the same room. So that's the whole difference.
That's exactly what that is.
That's the whole difference right there. But yeah, shouts to Swiss and Timberland. But yeah, everybody's in tune with the verses battles or whatever, celebrating the artist catalog and them battling each other's catalog or whatever have you. It's been fun to watch. It's been some epic battles, epic catalog. Speaking of the Snoop, rest in peace DMX. That Snoop and DMX joint was epic. Battle of the Dogs, East versus West, East Coast versus West Coast. And if you follow both of their careers, and everybody knows how big of a mega icon that Snoop Dogg is, DMX's catalog held up, song for song with Snoop Dogg. So, rest in peace to Dogg, rest in peace DMX. Yeah, that was an epic versus too.
So
why you want to talk about Beanie Man?
Nah, that's all I'm trying to tell you, man. It
was the best. Why you want to talk about the Beanie Man thing?
Listen, people, we can't go too much longer because unfortunately we're not in New Zealand, Aussie. We're not in New Zealand. We're over here. It's 2:29 a.m., man. Over here it's 2:29 a.m. Thank you guys for staying up with us. We really do appreciate it. We got the verses coming.
We coming with that next. We coming with
the verses next, and we're coming with the Kings versus Queen after that, right?
Facts.
So we can talk about these females in hip hop, man, and let them get their due. Have they been getting their due? It's a question. Y'all think about it. Beautiful Efraj, thank you so much for becoming a patron. And everybody else, thank you. Shy, thank you so much for hitting us up. Aussie in New Zealand, thank you so much. And everybody else who I said. I think with that, we're good, right? Any other last words, brother?
Nah, appreciate y'all for staying in tune. Check my man out with the Karen videos. Keep subscribing. We appreciate all the love out there. If you hating, God bless you too. And
man. We love the haters, man. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel like we're doing something out here. I heard somebody say you're not doing nothing if you don't have the haters, man. So we need you. Keep hating.
God bless y'all too.
Yep. Peace out, y'all. The basement.